Hello and welcome back to 911 Scales. Today we are finally looking at the model you've all been waiting for. Here it is, Porsche Leipzig's very first 118 scale model. And as I told you in my What's in the Box video, this here is the pre-production, the prototype, number 000 as it says here on the box, of this stunning 911 Speedster colored in a PTS color called dark sea blue. And wow, it is such a stunning model, and I'm so thankful for Porsche Leipzig for getting in touch with me and providing me the model for this review. Addressed to you who's tuned in for the very first time, congrats, you have chosen one of my most special videos. My name is Michael, and here at 911 Scales it's all about Porsches and their miniature twins like this one. And if my content is hitting your interest, and if you would agree with me by saying that the passion for Porsche model cars deserves to be spread, then make sure to hit that subscribe button down here below. As in my other reviews, first of all, we are going to discuss the real car and its miniature counterpart. Then I'm taking out my macro lens here and we'll get up close to the model in 4K resolution. And then we will rate also this one here in price, quality, details, rarity and significance. And guys, this 911 Speedster here has all the pedigree to rank super high on our scoreboard. If you're a subscriber for a longer time, then you'll surely remember the review of the 992 Carrera 4S Christmas edition, that one with the tree on top. And yeah, that was a lovely model, but it also had unfortunately a few problems. And Porsche Leipzig must have seen the video of their beloved model, and they got in contact with me and said, listen Michael, we cannot simply ignore that our model is sitting that lower on your scoreboard. We have this 118 scale Speedster that will blow your mind. Ah yeah, and by the way, it's a prototype model, number 000. I was like, ooh, that's interesting. I need that. And here it is. And this here is obviously not your normal Speedster. Not even a slightly modified heritage package version. Oh no, this here is more special than that. And by that, guys, I mean, yes, the car actually exists. Congrats to the crazy guy who spec'd this very car. It is an absolutely stunning creation and lovely to look at. The list of customization is so long. Porsche Leipzig even sent me a little list printed out of the most important options to point out. Starting with the color, this here is a very special color and it's obviously a paint to sample color. It's called dark sea blue, and to the PTS freaks out there who are wondering what this color is called in German, it's called meerblau. I actually looked it up on rainbow.org, which is a great page for Porsche freaks who want to know if a PTS color exists and what kind of cars were painted in it. And there's only a single picture of a GT3 Touring on there wearing that color. But I actually saw just a couple of days ago on Instagram a GT2 RS with the color. But still, this must be quite a rare color indeed. And that fact, I think, makes it even more special. As the other two 991.2 Speedster models, by the way, the heritage version, I actually reviewed here on YouTube, my very first review, link is down in the description below. This one here is also made by Spark, but this here is only limited to 100 pieces, which makes it incredibly rare. I've never seen such a low number on any Porsche Dealer Edition model car. And honestly, I think this fits the overall theme of the model very well. And also great is the price. The standard retail price of this one is 249 euros, which sure is expensive for a model car, but I think the value of this one will not fall a single cent, and prices online are already above it. And I really hope Porsche Leipzig will also consider selling us their models directly in the future. And I also hope they will continue making models like this, because personally for me in Porsche model cars, it's all about rare colors and special specifications. But I'm getting carried away. Let's grab the macro lens and get up close to the model to see all the stunning details. Before we are getting into too much details, I have to do a small disclaimer. As this here is the pre-production model, the paint isn't in the best state, especially in the rear. There are some scratches which you would not have on your production model you've bought. But let's start our walk around at the front with the paint. The paint to sample dark sea blue color is just wonderful. Personally, I'm a huge fan of dark blue, especially with a lot of silver accents to get a classy look. Here it's not the case, but still, holy moly, this thing looks stunning. As a contrast, the owner chose orange, which is a bold choice, I would say, but it's not overdone. Here it works great with the stripe which spans over the whole model. Details wise, this model has the Speedster number plate here, which is a first. I haven't seen that on any other version so far, and I think it's really cool since most real cars also have these kind of plates when they are displayed in a showroom, for example. All the 4 grills here are very nicely done by Spark, just like on the other versions I reviewed. Also, this car is equipped with the double beam headlights. Its surroundings are gloss black, and the washers for the headlights is in the body color dark sea blue. The highlight and most stunning detail is obviously the huge stripe with the Porsche crest here in the middle. On the sides you are instantly noticing 2 things. First up, the huge 72 Porsche racing detail, which is interesting since the car is not equipped with the heritage design package, but it looks very much like this with it. And the satin black GT3 wheels with 1 spoke in orange. And this feature should divide most opinions, am I right? Comment below what you think about that. Also, I think it's rather interesting for us hardcore nerds out there, the fact that they chose the spoke with the tire valve to be an orange, which means that the Porsche crest, which aligns with the valve, always aligns here with the orange spoke. But the owner kept the PCCB ceramic brake calipers in yellow. So he better make sure to park the car in a manner like it is displayed here, so that the orange spoke is not clashing with the yellow calipers. As with the original 2 models, Spark did it again and made the surface of the brake disc look fantastic and exceptionally well made. Other details on the side include the sport design reverse, with the top part being in carbon fiber and the lower part being again in dark sea blue. And the Speedster writing here on top is unfortunately only in black, something which I maybe would have done differently. But it is nicely done by Spark, and so are the mounting points for the roof, which begs the question what color the cloth roof has on this car. Imagine it being an orange? I guess we will never know. The back is also red, with all details being blacked out, like the Porsche writing here on top and the Speedster writing here. The lights and reflectors in particular are aced out by Spark. Keep in mind that this model costs the same as Mini Champ's 1/18 scale Taycan Turbo S, but this here is just in a completely different league. The exhaust tips are also in black and nicely done, and so are the grills to each side of that. But now to the highlight of any Speedster model car. The interior. This car has leather everywhere, as you can see from all the orange stitching. It goes right up to the windscreen, which is stupidly expensive to do. Even the air vents have stitching around them, and so does the Sport Chrono package watch. The seats are the 918 Spider bucket seats with the Pepita cloth inserts in silver and black. The stitching, Speedster writing, and these 2 features here are again in orange, while the back of the seats were kept in carbon fiber. The rest of the interior is kept in black with carbon accents and many orange details, most noticeably the orange air vent housings and the steering wheel with its 12 o'clock orange marker. All details are extremely nicely done by Spark. The middle console is again exceptionally well made, with all the buttons clearly visible. The function for the car, like the nose lift, suspension settings, exhaust and the buttons for controlling the roof mechanism, are below the gear lever, which also has orange stitching, and the air conditioning controls. Here with the controls you can even see that both sides are set to 22 degrees, and then the PCM controls and the PCM screen itself, which has a lovely Speedster logo. In front of the passenger is another silver part, the Speedster writing in the dashboard. And then also great look the doors with their orange stitching, and you can also see the window and mirror controls. Here's something which is also very specifically spec'd. The leashes to open the door are not in orange. And then finally the instruments are also great, and they are in the same spec as the Heritage package version, in this distinctive green, which is also carried over to the Sports Chrono watch on top of the dashboard. And then finally guys, the most unbelievable detail ever. The digital clock to the right of the rev counter in the instruments shows actually 9 hours and 11 minutes. But that's not all, you can even see the individual parts which are not lit. This is absolutely crazy. And all of that for the same price as the Mini Champs Taycan Turbo S. This is an incredible model. What an unbelievable model it is, and the fact that this year is a prototype model, that makes it even more special in my opinion. For our points, I assume that the final versions, the production versions, will be exactly the same as this prototype here. If not, I will obviously do a follow-up video onto the changes. Obviously, if I ever get my hands on one of those. As always, first up price. The price tag of 249 euros surely is expensive, but it's not as expensive as some other 118 scale models I reviewed so far, giving it here a 5 out of 10. Quality is great, and here I'm also correcting myself from the old Heritage package review, giving it here 8 out of 10. Details are absolutely incredible and stunning to look at, and it really needs no huge discussion. 10 out of 10. Rarity is incredibly high with only 100 pieces made, but there are even rarer Porsche models out there, which I'm going to show you in the future, giving it here a 9 out of 10. Significance is also high, being the last 9912 version and the first 911 Speedster made by Porsche's GT department, giving it here a 7 out of 10. Which means overall that the dark sea blue Speedster is getting a 39 out of 50 and puts it here on our scoreboard. As I told you guys in the beginning, this one has the pedigree for it, and it truly has. Here it is on the very first place on top of our leaderboard, and it is especially impressive because you have to consider that this is very difficult for a 118 scale model because of the high price, and therefore it is always struggling with a good score and price. And if you like to see a detailed scoreboard, link to my Google Sheet is as always down here in the description below. And while being down there, make sure to comment what you think of this 911 Speedster. Am I too positive about it because I really like the guys from Porsche Leipzig now? Or would you agree with me that this truly is an absolutely stunning creation? And before I'm sending you to my high resolution pictures at the end of this video, which always look awesome on a big screen in 4K resolution, I would like to say thank you very much for tuning in again, especially for this very special video. Make sure to hit the like button down below if you liked it, and if you're not already a subscriber, also hit the subscribe button. That's it for now. Thank you very much. Ciao.